Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and in this tutorial I'm going to be teaching you the function of all these tools. I'm going to be teaching you the uses. Well, the first we have here is called the move tool, and the shortcut for the move tool is V. So if you are, let's say you are in another tool like this and you press V, it's going to direct you straight to the move tool. So the move tool is used to move picture to where you wanted it to be, like dragging the picture, like holding left click and dragging. But since the background is locked, you can't move this picture. Like, let's see, you see, could not use the move tool because the layer is locked. So to unlock this layer, you have to just right click and click on layer from background. Then you can rename it, or you just leave it like that and press OK. Now if I hold left click and drag, you can see I can move the picture anyhow I wanted it. Okay, that's just for dragging, but the move tool can also do has another function. If we click on auto select and show transform controls, you see this stuff in the corner here. So if we put our mouse here and drag down, you see we are making the picture smaller, and we can also make it larger. Still same thing at this top, like this. So that's what the move tool can either accept, like if you do it like this, you either accept it or reject it. So if you reject it, you go back to the default state. The second we have here is called the elliptic Marquee tool, and it has other hidden tool here, like the rectangular Marquee tool, which is supposed to be the default. So this tool enables to select a particular part, like crop out a particular part. Like if we select this rectangular Marquee tool and we left click and drag, we needed just this part, so we are going to right click and first we have to select the layer here. Okay, let's right click and let's say layer via cut, and if we turn off the I button in the bottom one, we're going to just get this part we needed. So that's just the function of the rectangular Marquee tool. So let's use Ctrl Z and Ctrl D to deselect to bring it back to the former state. Now this arrow right here, this little arrow, is for to show off the hidden tools in this Marquee tool. So if we click on this arrow here, we will see other stuff like elliptical Marquee tool, and if we use this one, this is just the circle form of the rectangular stuff. So it's just the same thing. When we select here, left click and right click, select via layer via cut, then turn off this, you can see what we selected here, and we can also move it where we want. So let's press Ctrl Z, Ctrl alternate. Okay, one thing you need to know about redoing in Photoshop is that if you press Ctrl Z, it's just going to take you back to the former state, and if you press Ctrl Z, it's going to bring you back to the initial state. So to go back to the original default state, you have to press Ctrl alternate Z. You can see, then Ctrl D to deselect. Now this one is called the Lasso tool. This Lasso tool is used to select a particular place. Like, it's like the quick selection brush, but this time you have to draw everything you need by yourself. Like if I start here, hold left click and start dragging, you can see like drawing the parts I ever needed, like this. If you have a graphic pad, then you can do this very well. Okay, like I need it here, so I will just use the two paths to touch each other, and you can see my selection there. So I can go ahead and do left click and then select via cut, turn off this other layer. Still that's just its function. So Ctrl Z and Ctrl D. Now let's see the hidden tool in this lasso tool. We have the polygon tool. This polygon tool is still almost the same thing, but this one you don't have to hold down your left click and go around like that with your mouse. This one you just click here, click where you want, and leave the left click, then take your mouse to where you want it to be again, like click here, just like the pen tool, and click, go on like that till you get what you ever needed, and you crop it out the same way. So Ctrl D. Now let's see another hidden tool. It's called the magnetic lasso tool. This magnetic lasso tool is just like a magnet. It will go according to the color it sees here. Like if I click here and start going, you see I don't need to follow this cloth. Is the tool as the thing that is following the cloth, because it's seeing a different color initially, literally seeing different colors, so he had to follow that pattern, and you can see very fast. You can see very fast and very handy. You don't need to draw it like the first tool there. It goes like that. So that's it. Think that's all. Okay, we have the quick selection brush. My best brush is the quick selection tool. My best tool is the quick selection tool. Okay, this tool, if you want to remove background, it's used to remove background that is not similar to the image you wanted. Like you want to remove the background from this image. So since the image and the background are not related, like the cloth is this color and the background is different color, so you can go ahead and select the background. You can see, just left click and drag down. We have a problem here because this part is a little bit related to this, so you can see. But we have another option here, which is the minus sign here. If you click on the minus sign, you can drag down and it will remove that part. You can see. So you can go on and on and on, and select where you need it. So that's just the function of the quick selection brush. Ctrl D. Then the hidden tool here, a magic wand tool. The magic wand tool, it's like this one is selecting a particular color out of the background. You can see all this color are related, so it's selecting them, broad selecting. That's what it's doing. But I prefer use the quick selection tool for this case. Ctrl D. Let's go on, and this one is called the crop tool. C is the shortcut C. So if we click on the crop, and we could see drag down, drag the edges where you want it. And this crop tool is just going to readjust the layer and give you this particular part as your image. Like if I press OK, you can see the other parts are gone, just this part remaining. So that's for the crop tool. Ctrl Z and Ctrl Z. Okay, let's see the hidden tool here. We have so many hidden tools, like the perspective crop tool. Well, this perspective crop tool, will select this place, like you can change the edges, can make it a little bit bent, That's for the perspective. So if we press if we accept it, it's going to give us some kind of bent caricature shape. So that's for that. So Ctrl Z and Ctrl to Z, and let's see the other hidden tool here. We have the slice tool. Same thing, everything does the same thing, like crop is crop. So I think this is all I can do for the crop tool. Okay, then this is called the Eyedropper tool. Eyedropper tool is used to select a color. It's used to select the color you want. Like this is the panel, the part for to show the color is selected. So if we click here, you see that the color just jumped in here. Any color we select is going in there. So that's for the eyedrop tool. We have so many here. I'm not going to talk about all the stuff. This is called the spot healing tool, and this tool is used to remove let's say some kind of spot from the face, or some kind of spot from material or any other thing. Let's see what this does. Let's zoom in the face. There's no spot here in the face, so we're just going to do something else, like clean here. You see, there's no spot in the face. Let's press Ctrl Z. If there was spot here, let's use this brush tool to put a mark in the head. Okay, now the spot healing tool, we'll click on it and click on the spot, it's going to vanish. You see that? So this is just its function. If you have like rashes or pimples in your face, you can just go ahead and use this healing tool to just clean it up. Here this is called the brush tool. Well, in the spot healing tool we have so many other type, but I'm not going to be talking about all this. The brush tool is used for to draw. Like you can create other layer by clicking this part, then you can draw on that layer. You can draw on the layer. That is just the function of the brush. I'm just giving you a highlight of everything. I'm not going to be wasting time on this. Okay, that's just the function of the brush. Then if we go down, we'll see this is called the clone stamp. The clone stamp. This clone stamp is it's something like the spot healing tool, but its own function is like it will take a particular part and place it on the part you want to erase. Let's say let's put a spot in the face again. Use the brush tool and put the spot here. Now if we click on this clone tool, we want this part to be overwrite this part. So if we want this part to do that, we will just hold your alternate key, your alternate button, then click on this part, then go to where you want. You can see, go to where you want and just do it like this. You can see it's taking the color of this part to put in this part. Like you can see when it's going off, something like that. But that's just the function. So that's just the function. We have some other we have one here, but I'm not going to yes, this is called the eraser. If we have done something wrong, like drawing kind of clumpy stuff around our image, and we want to erase it, not on your image, on another layer and Photoshop. So you just click on the cleaner tool and erase this. So pretty much everybody knows about eraser. This is called the paint bucket. Paint bucket is just like a kind of pouring colors around a particular image or a particular stuff you selected. Like if I have let's say I did this circle with the Marquee tool, and I click on the paint bucket. Then I click on the particular place I select. You see, you just pour the color on that part. Let's press Ctrl Z and Ctrl D. If we click on the hidden tool, see gradient select, and this gradient is just like when you drag it, it's going to mix up the two color you have here on your image. Let's zoom out. See the this color and this color mix up. So that's just the function. Ctrl Z, and let's go further to this tool is called the blur tool. Now if we look at this image, we'll see that the side of the image is blur. Well, if we want to do that with Photoshop, we can use this blur tool to do that. So we can increase our brush and just go like this. Well, this already blur, but let's make example by using the air. Okay, the blur tool, and you can see what's happening there. Makes everything blur, like your eyes won't see them clearly. So that's just the function. Ctrl Z, and let's go further, and this is the dodge tool. We also have burn tool and sponge tool. I'm going to be talking about the sponge tool. This sponge tool just you can see what's happening here. Dragging a kind of color on top of your initial color, like making things somehow darker. So that's just the function of it. Burn tool, the color goes more dark, and dodge tool, I think dodge tool makes it light. Does it? Makes it shiny. You can see, makes the picture shine, unlike the other ones. See? Okay, let's talk about the pen tool. Well, the pen tool can be used to select things that let's say your quick selection tools can select. This pen tool is used to select images with the background is related to the image, so you just have to use the pen tool to do that, to select what you want. I did a video on this stuff, so I'll put it in the link on the description, then you just check it out. I'm not gonna waste my time for this now, but that's just the function, like selecting a particular place like this, and click on make selection and okay, something like that. Ctrl D. Now the text tool. This is text tool for writing text. You can see that just it. We also have the this is called the part selection tool, like selecting a particular part like this. We have this two, rectangular tool, rounded, rectangular tool. Well, they're just if you click on the one you want, like rounded, rectangular tool, and you drag it here, it's going to use the color you have here and pour it on that particular part. Now you can put your text where you want. This tool is called the hand tool and the rotate tool. This hand tool is going to move your Photoshop, the panel. You're going to move it, drag where you want, so that you see everything. Now this last one is called the zoom tool. Can use to zoom in, like zoom in, or you click on the minus and it's going to zoom out. So we know about this stuff. This stuff is just where your color shows up. So if you click on this one, you select the color you want and you click on OK. It's going to change to the color you want, which is yellow. So that's pretty much everything about this video. Sure to subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up. If you have any question, drop it on the comment section, and see you next time. Thank you.